Only problem is, only fucking British Airways flies there.
Brussels and Schiphol, you have to walk around.
Schiphol is also nice as well. But again, I'm not even talking about, it's just the aesthetic, you know? You land in JFK and it's like, wow, I've just landed in fucking Nigeria or something like that. Like, the fuck is this?
Brussels airport is a horrible layout. It sucks.
Schiphol is nice though.
It's nice,
Amsterdam.
it's big, but you have to walk a lot. Brussels is the one that you have to walk so much.
Dude, you know what's a piece of shit is Heathrow. Everybody was like, Heathrow.
Heathrow is good.
No, it really depends on the terminal. Which terminal did you
I was in the fancy terminal at, you know, the British Airways first class lounge and everything, and like, I still just felt like Heathrow was kind of grungy and old and.
You've been through Terminal 5, if it was Terminal 5, it's the new
with the shops, yeah. I mean, that part was nice.
No, every terminal has shops.
Well, this was like all the... Yeah, this was like Hermes and Rolex and all that.
They got that in Terminal 2 as well.
How long ago was that one?
I don't know which terminal I was in, to be honest. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, there's basically out of 5 terminals, 4 are shit.
That sounds like a bunch of guys who have never flown through LAX.
LAX is a shithole also.
Yeah, it's also...
Most airports suck. Dubai is very nice.
Well, Singapore is amazing.
Yeah, it's mostly the Asian ones.
Abu Dhabi's great. Anywhere with a good leader actually has a good airport.
Proper private terminal.
It's because they're all brand new. You know.
Go
Well,
on.
it's a separate terminal. It's for not peasants.
See, Andrew's just not in all of us now. We're all fucking peasants.
Yeah, American airports are shitty because we built ours first, and so they're old and, you know.
See, David knows. That's
The richest country on earth can't afford to rebuild an airport.
We have nice airports with brand new terminals and everything, but
I actually think Vegas is a decent airport sometimes, like compared to most.
Vegas is fine. It's a good, solid.
Miami's getting better.
DFW.
For the U.S., Vegas is very nice. It's not like anything like the fancy Asian.
Of course not.
Vegas, you know what's nice about the Vegas airport is it's the best run airport in America. You know, like I never
about gambling.
Yeah, I never have problems at Harry Reid. Never.
Is Abu Dhabi nice now, British? When I got through there,
It's not as nice as Dubai.
There are more screens there than I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, no, they're rebuilding it. They're actually rebuilding it. They're not rebuilding. They're building a second airport in Dubai as well, which is going to be great.
I believe the Japanese have the best operational airport that is out. They claim that they've never lost a single piece of luggage in 30 years. Ever.
I believe it.
It's older than a lot of the other. Like it's like nice and very clean and everything, but it's not brand new. It's super efficient.
I will say that if you're in the first class lounge, every airport is more or less the same.
No, all the American first class lounges are trash.
Not in Tanzania.
Well, the American ones are pretty bad, actually. Yeah, that's true.
Come to Emirates first class lounge in Dubai. So
I was in the Qantas one at LAX. It was very nice, and then the British Airways one in Heathrow was very nice.
The new Capital One lounges are actually really nice. I don't even have the card to be able to get it.
They won't even give you the card.
You won't even get a Capital One card.
I paid for 2 different high-end.
You open up an Equifax and it just says always wrong.
All in on Bitcoin is what it said.
I'm not a big airport lounge guy though. You know what I mean? Because like I try
It's better to get there and fly out.
Yeah, cut your time in the airport. You know.
Although the best thing about Dubai Airport first class and business is you can actually go into the lounge 24 hours before the flight, right? And you can basically live in there. Like, it's amazing.
I have slept in Dubai Airport. They have got like these little rooms.
Yeah, I have to.
They're amazing.
They got hotels, They got that in
No, they're not hotels. They're like they're just like a part of the lounge, but they have got like your private little room, and you go to sleep there.
Yeah, British. Lisa's not talking about a tell inside there. Talking about
Modern Ops is actually
No, it was
Yeah.
it's a being a specialized pest.
you get stuffed into like a cucumber and then claustrophobic.
No, it was not that. It was part of the lounge, but they have got like these individual rooms. And I just went there for like 3 hours or 4, but I really needed to sleep.
Yo, our treasury companies are getting fucking scraped up right now.
Well, what
Are
other
they already
opportunities are you suggesting?
Yeah, where the fuck is Jimmy, bro?
How's Sweet Baby Naka doing? Is it doing okay?
Bro, no, it's not doing okay. We're under $11 right now.
Just barely. It's doing fine.
It's $10.99. We're getting fucked. We're getting railroad, and then MSTR is about to fly. And, you know, David Bailey has still got $750 million locked up until August 11th.
It's coming soon.
Oh, I just need to, I want Naka to get, what did you say, we're going to get to $1,000 a share?
Yeah, minimum.
I'm going to tweet that. American Hollow just told me Naka's going to $1,000 a share.
You're gonna go ahead and tweet it. Tweet it. David Bailey will retweet that shit.
Oh shit, Simon Dixon has just posted a tweet saying, I joined the Bitcoin community in 2011. I still remember the Bitcoin Not Bomb segment on Let's Talk Bitcoin. Fuck Zach Shapiro and his ex-CIA team at BTC Policy Org. Fuck banks, fuck empire, fuck war.
Ooh, he feels
That's
irrelevant.
amazing.
He feels irrelevant
He is irrelevant.
in high school contests. You should be able to lean into that, British.
We got to get Mohan to come back to Twitter to respond to them.
Wait, so what happens if somebody tells them that they were in earlier? Will he blow a gasket, or what will he do?
Be like, I was in 2010, and I remember when faggots like you weren't even here yet. That's what you're gonna say.
No, we need to get Mohan to respond. And it's like, well, I remember the Bitcoin Not Bombs on Let's Talk Bitcoin, but I don't remember you in 2011, Simon. Are you sure? That'd be funny.
Mohan's not into Twitter drama though,
I know.
which is smart.
John, are you?
It's actually Mohan's best take.
Only good take.
I love Simon Dixon railing against Zach, like trying to use Zach to regain.
I like that he put asterisks in his fuck too. He's too polite to.
Who is he really? I mean, I've seen him around for like 18 months.
He lost a bunch of money on Celsius is where I first heard about him.
He's an OG. He's an OG. He's an OG from back in the day. He's been around a long time. He's just kind of a bit of an ass clown from Bitcoin's early days.
He tried, he does have a chip on his shoulder because he tried to do something with like the Isle of Man years ago. His time sucked. He was unable to get into the something from the bank or into banking, so that
Bank of the Future or something.
yeah, he did the Bank of the Future with some deals and unsurprisingly, pretty much all of the things he stuck his hand into just was a miserable failure compared to Bitcoin and true failure as well. Projects just failed.
I think he wrote a book in 2011 or 2012 or something that's the first to save Bitcoin, as he claims. I don't know who knows, but probably.
But see, he was there in the early meetings back then, and he knows exactly what Bitcoin was supposed to do.
Oh, got it. So he's like an insight.
How dare we support BlackRock and allow them to co-opt Bitcoin? So
But he's our leader.
play with them, British. You can play with this guy gingerly and just bust it. Zach already broke it. It's very fragile right now.
You can't listen to the American version of events. You got to read the Soviet history to really understand what happened.
Yeah.
The fact that he's acting this way does let you know that Zach got to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a full 24 hours later. He's posting this.
He's been thinking about it the whole time.
He's been crafting this perfect tweet.
Yeah, Andrew's right. I mean, there are a lot of these people. Andrew knows a lot of them. I know a lot of them. Who were very early. Many of them who fucked up their Bitcoin holdings. I mean, frankly, like they should have a lot more Bitcoin than they currently do, but they were imprudent, and so they don't. And they thought that when Bitcoin finally arrived and did all the things that they said it was going to do, that they would be celebrated and that they would be playing the role of Michael Saylor and have worldwide acclaim and all this kind of stupid shit. And they didn't realize that, like, nobody cares about them. You know, nobody knows who they are, nobody cares. It's just some guy from the early days. Who cares? What have you done lately? That's sort of everyone's feeling. What have you done lately, bro? Nothing? Okay.
Oh, wow. Simon actually posted the full 13 minutes of Zach ripping him apart. I didn't hear that. I gotta go listen to this.
I didn't hear it either. I should go listen to it. Somebody pipe it in. JC, pipe it in. Let's listen to Zach tear apart Simon Dixon. It's on Simon Dixon's Twitter. The tweet where he says Zach Shapiro can taste this nutsack or whatever it is.
Trump's opinion that Netanyahu is a hero. What do you think is behind that?
First of all, I don't know what that has to do with this, and I don't know what you're talking about specifically. What statement by Trump?
So Trump came out and called Netanyahu a hero while he visited the White House.
Nothing to do with the conversation. We're talking about trying to decide.
Yeah, well, it's boring. Let's move forward.
But your commentary is about, like, what do you think of opinions somebody else said about somebody else? How is that relevant to trying to decipher a scientific or medical?
I want to understand. So I like to understand who's standing up for the Bitcoin policy. I get lots of messages. Yeah, it's about understanding who Zach is, just like you can understand. So, do you believe there's a starvation campaign in Gaza right now, Zach?
I'm not going to get into Middle East politics.
It's not Middle Eastern politics. Is there a starvation campaign in Gaza right now? You talk about Israel. You talk about Israel, Zach, all the time. So, why do you believe there's a starvation campaign in Gaza right now?
By starvation campaign, you mean intentional effort to starve people?
Yes.
Not that I'm aware of, but I am not an expert. I wouldn't be the one to know.
Okay, so you don't see the Holocaust that I see.
I don't think I see something I would describe as a Holocaust.
Losing your legs was the best.
Right. So that logic, Zach, use the experts that you believe would be able to make the correct judgment on that, and then give your answer based on the reporting I've heard. And I can't stress enough that I am not an expert on Middle East politics or what's happening in the Middle East. I don't speak for the Bitcoin policy. No, it does matter. Because here's why. You don't have to have an opinion on everything that happens.
But Zach talks about Israel. He does have an opinion. He does have an opinion.
I have to have an opinion on what vaccines are.
But Zach does have an opinion. He discredited. He does have an opinion.
I don't control.
Zach, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on what Israel is doing right now, and why is Trump backing it?
Why is Trump backing it? Again,
why is America paying for the highest court in the road that's classified as a plausible genocide?
I will humor you and give you my personal opinion on that. I want to say I am not an expert. I do not have any inside knowledge on this, and I do not speak for BTI on this. And in fact, I disagree with people at BTI. My view on what Israel is doing is that Hamas is the bad guy in this war. I think Israel's not being careful enough not to harm civilians, but I think it is very hard not to harm civilians when Hamas is in a tunnel structure that they built that they keep their civilians out of. Right?
And you can't figure out that
nobody's blowing up any tunnels when they're on tunnels, and all they've done is taken 70% of the land, and they've concentrated them in a camp right now while they're starving them, and you haven't let them feed for 3. I don't even follow it. You comment on Israel.
The stated aims of Hamas, which actually is to kill all the men, women, and children in Israel. Right? That is what they say. That's
not the definition of a genocide.
All right, let's get to something more fun. I mean, look, those are.
No, I just want people to know who Zach is. And why is America? Why is America that's funding a genocide right now? Why is this a taboo topic? Why are you not outraged by what your government's doing right now? Why is it that that's the taboo topic that no one can talk about? When Zach talks about Israel, I mean, surely this is one of the most topical things that we should be talking about. There is literally a starvation happening. If you were watching a Holocaust during World War II, would you say something about it? Knowing that the American government is paying for it right now, and Trump called Netanyahu a hero, while literally there is a starvation campaign going on right now. Why is that not a topic when you're somebody that wants to talk about Hamas and Israel, Zach?
Hey, Simon. I don't talk about Hamas in public. I'm giving you my view, which is that I don't see it the same way you do. I do not see it as a genocide. I think we mean different things by genocide, since you just said that killing all men, women, and children is not genocide in your view. I'm not sure.
You're a lawyer. Go to the Geneva Convention definition of a genocide. There are 5 characteristics of what a genocide is, and the highest court in the world has ruled it as a plausible genocide. And you know that your government is corrupt, and you know it's connected to Jeffrey Epstein, and you know that all of this is connected right now.
Point taken. Let's all take back to Bitcoin meeting.
Let's get back to Bitcoin price. Come on, guys.
As soon as it comes to talking about the real issue and what America's funding right now, and how it connects to Jeffrey Epstein, and how it connects to everything.
I would like to ask Simon, did your government commit starvation in Ireland?
Yes, they did. And
yes.
My government is a fucking travesty in terms of its history, and they rewrote history in order to try and paper it up. And America did exactly the same as that power structure was transferred over.
It's not the same.
Okay, and I really appreciate the Irish for standing up for the genocide case and getting behind what the absolute crimes against humanity that the American government is paying for right now in Gaza. There is literally a Holocaust.
Yeah. Yes, what was the starvation?
Okay, well, you're supportive of all the covert funding of terrorism and all the things that I try and help people. Yeah, because you don't even know who funds Hamas. You don't know the subject.
Can we please move on? Please move on to something else.
Yeah, Joe, always move on when it comes to talking about America's role in Israel, because in the world, it is the most important topic at the moment right now. Absolute bullshit. I told you to name the time and place. Okay. Now, if you wanted me to organise it, then fine. But I'm talking about the sin of today, the sin of right now, the one that all Americans don't want to talk about, the absolute Holocaust and campaign of starvation. And actually, there is a company called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, that is actually funding, via America, the crimes against humanity that are being committed systemically, routing up Palestinians into a concentrated part of Palestine, while Israeli IDF terrorists are shooting at them and massacring them. But your media doesn't tell you that. You don't care about that. That's the untalkable, because this is what props up the dollar. It's war, violence, death, and destruction, and your media covers it up, and that's the issue. That's the issue of the world right now, and no one wants to talk about what's really happening.
About this all day long. There's spaces on Israel, Hamas, all day long on here. I see you in there. Okay? So to say no one wants to talk about it, I think it's a little bit of a stretch.
I'm talking about people.
Go ahead, Simon.
Why would you say nothing about that? Are you happy with your government committing a Holocaust?
Things in government, but areas of
if you're not on the ground seeing what's happening, you're not an expert in it.
And I'm not an expert in it. I'm trying not to talk about things that I'm not an expert in, unless I'm asking questions to try to be
is that there are many things the United States is doing, both domestically and internationally, I do not agree with. Okay, I speak out where I can, where I think my voice matters as a subject matter expert. Other situations, I listen. I don't just have to preach about it, okay? Now, what I'm telling you about right here is that we have an opportunity to discuss what I think most people are in the space for, which is financial-related, Bitcoin-related, opportunities for people in the United States, and even outside the United States. But if you want to derail this to a Hamas-Israel discussion, fine. I mean, like, we can do that. But
no, I just find it implausible that there is a Holocaust going on right now, and your government is the one that's the primary sponsor for it, and no one thinks that it's even worth talking about. I find that inconceivable, because everyone would have talked about it.
Inconceivable.
You're not on the ground. You don't know what's happening.
But I do watch every day for 650 days exactly what's happening on the ground, and listen and engage with people that are on the ground right now. Are you doing that?
This is becoming trash. Have a little joint and some tea and relax.
This is a conversation to have on another space. I'm not saying it's good or bad. This is
You got a 3,000 Bitcoin invader.
From somebody around Zach's unequivocal, unconditional support for Israel when they're committing a genocide right now, and it just upsets me, because I know so many people that are dying because of this crimes against humanity that U.S. companies are profiting from right now.
Right. Okay. There's a lot of people on each side of this
People are getting killed everywhere, starving everywhere, endless wars, just misery. This is the state of the world.
Yeah, but who profits from all of them? Who profits from all of them?
Israel.
Who profits from all of them?
Okay, the American government profits from it. What are we supposed to do? Just bitch about it on spaces? What do you mean? You want to go protest?
No, not just bitch about it from spaces. Actually follow the money.
Organize. Follow the money. Take action.
People by saying this is the best country in the world while it commits a Holocaust, and appreciate that you are the ones that can actually do something about the people that are dying right now. It's only Americans that can stop this right now. You're the only ones, and you're ignoring it like a bitch.
You said we were powerless to the overall cabal that controls the world.
You're not powerless. Control your money. Understand what your government's doing. Recognize what you profit from, and fight against your government, because people are starving and dying for what you're profiting.
Take up arms against the United States government. I think you may have a
Don't take up arms against the United States government, but share yourselves in Lockheed Martin. Share yourselves in Palantir. I heard you, Joe, while you were on a space saying anyone that talks against Palantir is an idiot conspiracy theorist. Do you know what Palantir are doing right now in Gaza? Do you know what they're doing in West Bank right now? Do you know what they are building right now? Do you understand that? And what profit? And if you're profiting from that, Joe, why don't you ask the question? Why do you try and discredit someone that wants to talk about it?
Hey, are these Bitcoin spaces all start saying we're talking about?
This is what Bitcoin was created for. It was created to stand up against the banks. It was created to defund the wars. It was created for this. I know that because I was there and you weren't. I was at those original presentations. I know what we were here for. And if banks want to say, oh, you should put it in BlackRock and make BlackRock more powerful, I have a problem with that, and I would like to communicate why that might not be the best idea for humanity, while you tell me that America's the best country in the world while it's killing and bombing children and starving them.
Simply the best.
Okay, you get it all out.
That's why Bitcoin was created. And Bitcoin allows me to boycott the Federal Reserve and the financial
Really?
that own all those shares. And Bitcoin allows me to own it in self-custody and not hold it with BlackRock to buy it.
Bitcoin's boycotting, Bitcoin's preventing all this from happening. Why are you concerned about BlackRock buying Bitcoin? Why do you care?
I am very concerned about BlackRock buying Bitcoin, and I spend all day.
This is really funny.
I wish I could solve all the problems, but if Americans would actually be more conscious with their money and stop buying into the bullshit that your government is feeding you, that you're the greatest country in the world while blowing up children and committing genocide.
Bitcoin gives you more power. It's a freedom technology, but it does not solve all the political problems in the world.
It doesn't solve all the political problems in the world, but if you could stop profiting from genocide and understand and follow the money and stop saying you're a conspiracy theorist, because I actually just happened to notice what corporations are profiting from this genocide and what the incentives are and what the big beautiful bill does and what the CIA's role in this and what Mossad's role and why your presidents are blackmailed and what Epstein is, and you say, don't listen to him, bro. Stop talking about that, bro. It's a Bitcoin conversation. We created Bitcoin in order to stop these crimes against humanity.
I mean, for folks in the audience,
Joe said, which I shouldn't be talking, but it's conspiracy theories.
I'm just following.
Hey guys,
this is always how it ends.
The highest court in the world. Did you catch him saying that? He's against any and all authority, but he appeals to the highest court in the world, which is a joke anyway. And did you like how he said we created Bitcoin? I mean, there's some form of mental illness exhibited there.
He thinks he's very important.
Yeah, he's pastor.
He's suffering from the delusion that a lot of Bitcoiners suffer from, where they think that they're, a crucial part of Bitcoin's story. They're a freedom fighter. They're a champion. They're this. They're that. Only they get to say what happens on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's an open, permissionless global network, and so you're just another participant on the network at the end of the day.
It's probably just hard being right all the time. If you're right about Bitcoin, you just extend it to everything else.
That happens too.
Sounds like the Greta Thunberg of Bitcoin.
This is a classic libertarian trope, also. I love the Irish guy sliding in there and be like, what about your government? Like, yeah, bro, the British government is also extremely evil. And they were involved in the Jeffrey Epstein thing, too.
But that's not a good argument. Like Simon...
Well, no, he's screeching about the American government.
He's not screeching. We hear Americans screech about how great America is, too, right? But, he's just passionate. Like, the guy had a fucking meltdown.
A little bit of screeching going on there.
There's Americans screeching in this room every day.
He's always screeching.
A lot of screeching.
2.5 hours. You could take his recording from 2 years ago, play it today, and no one would be able to tell the difference if it's live.
Andrew's right. Andrew's right. You could take it 8 years ago, Andrew.
Fine, but that's not the point, though. It is what it is. Like, he's passionate about his bullshit. Whether you think it's true or not, he's having a fucking mental breakdown.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, it's cringe.
I mean, I'm sure Lee would agree with him.
Lee does agree with him.
I've never heard British white knight for somebody. I'm just the patriotism I'm witnessing right now.
I'm not white knight at all. The guys in tears.
I've never seen it before. This British kindness from British Shuttle. It's
nice to know he's got some patriotism, actually. I like it.
I'm not even being patriotic. I don't think that's not the case here. I think Simon. I didn't realize that he had that much of a fucking mental breakdown. When I was laughing at it, I was like, "This is nuts."
Yeah. I don't think it's nuts. I mean, to your point, a lot of people, myself included, have hit breaking point and lost their shit before. And it was obvious that that's all that's happening, but I mean, it was pretty screechy. It was not somebody at their best.
Right.
No, I mean, it's very less than a muck in that moment.
I will.
Because you're American.
No, because I hate libertarians who act like this.
Yeah, I think you can take people to
he's a libertarian retard.
When they cross the breaking point, I think that has to be
yeah, I agree. I mean, you don't have to decimate somebody, but it was no different to me than listening to a Seattle communist preach about Gaza. I'm stop.
It's the same. It's performative. Yeah, it's performative. That's the thing about it. It's very performative. That's why he reposted the clip. He reposted the clip of himself
You
crying.
reposted this clip?
Yes, he reposted it.
So gay.
I'm telling you, it's performative. It's virtue signaling. You know? Simon Dixon has no problem scamming people. He's a faggot. Like, fuck him. He can cry all he wants about his stupid bullshit that he pretends to care about, but it's a virtue signal to cover up the fact that he's a shitty person. So, spare me. I know who he is. I've watched him for many years. You know?
Do you think there's any truth to what he says?
What about Gaza?
Everything.
I think it is. I think it is a genocide.
I like that. It's good. It's good objective thinking. You guys know I like trolling people as well, right? But like, I stop when they get to the fucking breaking point. I don't like that. Like, I think that's sad. Sorry if that makes me a fucking faggot.
What were we saying, British?
I'm just saying, I like trolling as well, and I like taking people almost to the breaking point. But I don't like taking people past the breaking point. I don't know. Apologies if that makes me a faggot.
Simon Dixon took himself past the breaking point. You heard it.
No, Zach. You know Zach has the ability to do this. Come on.
Bro, if you let... Listen, man, if you let yourself get that triggered off of what I heard Zach doing in there...
You mean,
Zach
I know how long
is
you lost it before, right?
I don't know. This is a weird take for me, British.
I know. I get it. I just don't like seeing people have fucking mental breakdowns in public. Like, I just don't think that's cool. And I also think Simon has actually helped a lot of people buy Bitcoin as well.
Simon's also a scammer, though.
Sure. So is Max Kaiser. Max had MaxCoin, right?
Yeah. Simon was scamming all the way up until very recently, and I'm still not sure what he's doing.
What was he scamming?
Is he actively scamming? He was, that's how he got all involved in the Celsius shit, because he was, investing in Celsius, directing people to Celsius, telling people to go to Celsius, when it was the most obvious scam in the world. So, I mean, the fact that he fell for his own bullshit, I mean, I guess it shows that he's stupid rather than nefarious, but still, it's like...
How crazy would it be if he's lost all of his Bitcoin in Celsius, and now he's picked up the Gaza as well? Shit.
I bet you he's still, like, he strikes me as an OG who's done well, but not as well as he should have. Like, so he's probably, like, worth $100 million when he should be worth several $1 billion. And that's its own kind of pain,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fucking.
I listen, it's not fuck him or not or this or that. It's just like, it's kind of gay.
It's like if Max Kaiser was having a fucking emotional breakdown, I would also, like, not like to see that.
His own society is getting bent over and raped, and he cares more about Gaza. Like,
yeah, I agree. He's dumb.
Yeah. He's a stupid person.
He wants those people over there.
Right. He does. And they're going to stab his granddaughter. If she doesn't wear her hijab. You know what I mean? So.
Here comes the fucking perpetrator. With a faggot PTR. We just saw what you did to Simon.
British is very...
Oh, yeah, he posted stuff on Friday.
Yeah.
British is very butthurt about it, actually. On Simon's behalf. He's butthurt by proxy. No, British just said it was hard to listen to. Because Simon's really having a mental breakdown. Yeah, he's having an emotional breakdown.
What's weird is that clip, I listened to some of what he posted. By the way, several of his followers now tagging Nick Fuentes and Dan Bilzerian, which I'm not sure what they're going to do about it, but it was apropos of nothing. Like, we were talking about Bitcoin, and then we were talking about his wild conspiracy theories, and then he realized the conversation wasn't going in the way that he had hoped, and so then he turned to Gaza. And so most of what you're hearing, people like snicker or whatever, it's like, it's because that had zero to do with the conversation that was happening before. He just felt like that was the high ground he could stand up.
It's performative. That's what I said to British. It's performative. You can tell it's performative. That's why he reposted the clip of himself having his own mental breakdown. Because it's a performative mental breakdown.
Well, at least he left it in the beginning where Joe was saying, what does this have to do with what we were talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you get to the end, but he eventually gets kicked off the stage by one of the moderators because he devolves into just straight up, like, real anti-America propaganda.
No, we didn't get that far. He only we just listened to he goes that far. Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah, I mean it's performative virtue signaling. Come on, is it anything other than that?
Well, the other part is this. No one for years ever poked a hole or asked him a question to clarify his position or definition. No one ever did it on Spaces because of their decorum and all that. And as soon as someone does it, you busted him. He would have melted down years ago.
Yeah, people are allowed to spew a lot of bullshit on Spaces.
Well, he's paid attention for 650 days, so I mean, there's just too much for him to cite, so you just can't.
Oh, and then the other really painful part of this that I think is not in the clip was this started when we were talking about the general conspiracy theories before we got to Gaza. He was going back and forth with Joe, and he was doing this thing that conspiracy people do sometimes where, like, Joe would ask him to clarify his point, and then he would be like, have you read this 800-page PDF from Whitney Webb on blah, 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 blah? And it's like, Joe would be like, actually, last time you mentioned that, I did read it. And have you read this other fringe thing? It's like you can't talk about it unless you've read the full canon of, it's like the communists. It's like, if you've not read Trotsky, you can't have this conversation.
Right. Yeah, those are just moves people do when they're losing the debate, you know.
Have you not read Trotsky? What a...
I think I'd rather saw off my foot than read Trotsky.
There's no reason to read any communist.
Anyway, I think he did have a meltdown, and like when somebody here has a meltdown, it is time to not smash their face into the dirt, but that's not what I heard. What I heard was somebody work himself up into a fervor and lose control of himself.
Yes, exactly.
And, you know, so
for the purposes of performative virtue signaling. Yeah, and then he reposted the clip for performative virtue signaling points. So I'm not sure why I'm supposed to feel bad for a person who's being triggered in public on their, for their own purposes.
That's a crazy clip to post yourself, you know? Like, I would probably pay to, like, not have that posted if it was me, you know? Like, my voice is breaking.
He's doing it to show what a good person is.
No, I know, you're totally right. Like, no, he did it intentionally. Like, it's, I thought
my favorite part is,
at first, but you're totally
my favorite part really is when the Irish guy shows up and is like, you're a British person, shut the fuck up. Like, your government starved my people. You know? I'm just like, yeah. There was no potato famine. The Brits were just stealing the food.
The WikiLeaks conversation is worth listening to.
Oh yeah, Rob was feeding me fact checks in the background. He tried to make the claim that Bitcoin was basically invented to be the currency for WikiLeaks, which is
Total,
as you might call.
Inconsistent with what Satoshi
It's
thought.
literally the opposite of what Satoshi said when it happened.
Satoshi was
So,
pissed
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you caught him in complete BS.
He didn't say it was created for WikiLeaks. He said when WikiLeaks came out, the Bitcoiners basically supported it.
Bitcoiners, yeah, I mean, yeah, they did. That's
what
true.
it was created for.
It obviously wasn't created for that.
The Satoshi quote was, if you let it in WikiLeaks too early, it's like kicking the hornet's nest and going to bring a lot of attention.
Yeah, Satoshi was worried that it was just not, it was not time for that kind of behavior.
Utopian Bitcoiners.
Satoshi was being trained to be prudent, and the community was like, "No, fuck that."
It's the exact opposite.
And obviously, Satoshi doesn't have any power to stop anybody.
Yeah, that was what it proved. Satoshi said, "Hey, don't do that with your Bitcoin," and Bitcoiners said, "Go fuck yourselves."
It was actually it was important for that reason, that like nobody could, even Satoshi himself couldn't stop anybody from doing what they wanted to do. So that was an important lesson from it.
Yeah, imagine if it was ETH, and so Satoshi said that, and then just like everyone agreed. Oh, okay, yeah, Satoshi said we shouldn't support WikiLeaks. Never mind. Okay, we'll not.
Yeah, if you look at the tweets about the Satoshi quote, one of the guys that tweeted it, like, this is not Satoshi running away. This is Satoshi following protocol. It's basically like insinuating Satoshi's intelligence or something.
I do think it's interesting that British has a soft spot for this guy. I like it, actually. It shows British's patriotism.
I do too. Very interesting.
I actually don't have a soft spot for Simon. I think he's a moron. I have a soft spot for people having emotional fucking breakdowns in public.
I don't think you would if this was like an American doing this.
I've had it many times. I take people to the fucking end, and just before they get there, stop. And if they get there,
that's not a virtuous behavior. Taking to people.
I'm not claiming to be virtuous.
It's like picking the wings off a fly.
I'm not claiming to be virtuous.
Yeah, well, so you can split hairs over somebody's trolling style. I don't necessarily. I think you come in and you put people into moods on purpose, which is generally.
Yeah, but I don't take them like Simon is fucking.
Yeah, you can use your thing. We're just saying it's interesting that given.
Sorry, I'm a faggot. I apologize.
Oh, you do. I didn't call you a faggot.
I'm gonna suck a dick now.
No, we like it. We like you being patriotic. You should stick up for your Bitcoiners. I see.
I know.
That's the British I know. That's the British I know.
Exactly. I'm not losing any sleep of that.
Listen.
It's sweet, British. It's sweet.
Shut up, Becca.
He's got love for his countrymen.
I've got a fucking reputation to protect.
He's got love for his countrymen. I like it. Hey, you guys don't know this, but British does donate all his YouTube revenue money to the SNS.
I was just saying, that's what made me take it.
He's patriotic.
I just watched the video that said as much, and I was like, oh, he defends British people. He really loves British.
It's cute. It's a sweet part of his personality.
It is.
I know.
It is. He really loves England.
And he should.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's British.
I'm gonna get both.
I like when
can you feel your cheeks being.
Shut the
even
fuck
when
up,
I disagree.
Right now, I am imagining British drinking his tea in the morning out of a teacup with a queen in it.
God save the Queen. Anyway, no, I like when people defend their country, defend their family, defend their religion. I like that. I like it.
I must admit, I was actually kind of proud of Zach as well.
Yeah. It's like when I talk to you as a man, I want you to tell me that your wife is the best wife, your kids are the best kids, your country is the best. I want you to be all in on your shit. You know, even if I disagree with you, I want you to be all in.
There's just spaces right now. That's what was Bitcoin, or why was Bitcoin created? Max Kaiser.
Yo, Lee, why didn't you fucking stand up for your fucking Gazans, bro?
Let's go get him. Get the pitchfork.
Lee, why didn't you fucking stand up for your people? Simon Dixon's your hero right now.
He was in the chat. He agrees with Simon Dixon.
He's not my hero. You guys think he's an outlier, but he's not. Like, the greater public is shifting at the beginning of the war. They were pro-Israel, but people are shifting and seeing what the hell Israel's doing. But over here, you guys think
American autos against Israel.
Bro, I don't like either one of them. Has that not been clear the whole time? It should be clear. I don't have to choose. I don't have to be part of this false dichotomy where I choose either side.
It's not choosing either side. He's talking about the civilians. He's not talking about Hamas.
Yeah, there's a genocide going on with the civilians. That should be obvious. It's not crazy to call it a genocide because it is a genocide.
Issa clearly disagrees because the Jews can do no wrong.
Model genocide is the Jews' word. It's only genocide if they agree that it is.
Right, exactly. It's certainly a genocide. When you look at every building that was bombed in Gaza, it's like, was Hamas hiding in all of these buildings? Because I don't think they were. You know, like Israel is systematically leveling the place so that they can come in and take it over. It's very obvious what their behavior is.
Okay, let's hear your idea for prepping the place for shopping malls and hotels. You have a better idea?
Bring in Donald Trump. He's a great real estate guy, and he can do a deal. They've already taken care of it.
It's very obvious that I'm an American xenophobe, and I only care about America. The rest of the world doesn't exist to me, except as shipping lanes for America. You know? That's who I am. That's how I believe. Everybody's like, are you pro this? Are you pro that? I'm pro America, dog. And I wish the pedophiles that ran our government would stop sending money to the pedophiles that ran our government. God save the I like when people defend their country, defend their family, defend their religion. I like that. I like it.
I was actually kind of proud of Zach as well.
See, angels would like to defend the whole planet. HODL. That's what she says.
No, he's not.
American HODL.
Hey, my friend.
Mr. Stacks. What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy?
Let me ask you, would you say, do you think Trump is on the Epstein list?
I know this voice.
Yeah,
it's me,
remember
Zach
the guy who
I used to be,
you met him in my room.
God damn it.
Remember?
Go ahead.
Do you think
Funny that.
Trump is on the Epstein list?
Yeah, do you think Trump is on the Epstein list?
For sure. Like,
What about
something's up with Trump. Something's up with Trump.
What about Biden, Obama, and Clinton?
Clinton, for sure. Biden, no. And what was it, Obama? No, I don't think he's on the Epstein list, but I think Obama did all that gay shit and drowned his fucking chef.
You think Obama is gay, but not for little kids?
I think I don't know if
he's gay, but not with Epstein.
Nobody has provided any evidence that Epstein was procuring little boys. So, and I think Obama tends to be into of age white men who smoke crack. You know?
Did he and Biden's son get together?
I had the same question. So anyway, I've answered your questions. Now, what was the point of the questions?
My bad. I want to tell you that, but now I'm in a shop, and so I can't.
It's too explicit. I understand. Yeah, no, I think, bro, that Trump's behavior around the release of the Epstein files, it's very obvious that something true about him is in those files.
I guess I'm saying if it's a big conspiracy and all the powerful people in the world are in on it, then what are we going to do about it?
We can't do anything about it. That's the point. You know?
When he said, I'm in a shop, I pictured it like a SHOPPE shop, and he's trying on fancy hats. And he needs to keep decorum. He can't talk about this stuff now. But as soon as he leaves the shop, he can.
Now that you've said that, I'm picturing the hats to be feathered, and I'm picturing the area where the shop is to be Harry Potter-esque. I don't know why I'm picturing that. Like a Diagon Alley type situation.
Many old laid brick.
Many fine feathered hats are in this shopping area.
Do you think anybody from the Palm Beach Police Department is on the Epstein list?
From the police department? No.
From the Palm Beach Police Department, where they initially foiled Epstein. So that's like The Wire. Did you ever see The Wire?
Yeah.
The cops at Palm Beach, they're basically like the scrappy cops who poked a hole in the global conspiracy of the whole world.
I mean, basically, right? That seems to be as advertised. And then U.S. Attorney General Alex Acosta was told that Epstein was intelligence and to leave it alone. So that's why he got a sweetheart deal. It seems pretty much as advertised, that part of the story. I think the elites, I mean, here's the general vibe on the elites. I think that you don't get to be in the highest rungs of power unless they have a type of blackmail on you that allows them to know that you are owned and under their control. So it has to be the type of it doesn't have to be pedophilia, but I think it has to be the type of blackmail where if it was to be exposed, you would have to be imprisoned. You know? So like, them knowing you're into midget porn is good, but it's not enough, you know? Because it's like, hey, like a guy could come out and be like, what man doesn't like to watch two of-age consenting midgets go at each other in the comfort of his own home?
One man may have talked about it a little bit too much at the...
So anyway, that's like not enough for them, you know? Like, oh, you're secretly gay, you're into trannies secretly, you know, whatever. Like, that's not enough. It needs to be illegal. Like, it needs to be like immoral and illegal and shocking. And I think pedophilia kind of ticks all those boxes, and so that's why it ends up being pedophilic blackmail most of the time.
Can I tell you something else, though, that I think is weird? Is it just a coincidence that this many famous politicians and traders and judges and, like, how many people are really into underage sex? Are that many people really into it? Like, I understand the concept of, like, a 15-year-old girl. Like, I get it. But, like, I actually rather would be with somebody who's, like, 25. Like, I'm not attracted to 15-year-old girls. Like,
well, I think sometimes what happens is it happens on accident. Like, I don't actually believe that, for instance, Bill Gates is into underage women. I think Bill Gates is into young, attractive women. And I think, you know,
he prefer to have... And then they're like, hey, guess what? That one that you just fought was only 16.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think that's what happens. I think that there are a lot of guys that are into the idea of a 21-year-old woman who are like, hey, you just fucked a 17-year-old woman, and we have it on tape, and then you want to keep that quiet because that's very bad, like you accidentally did a very bad thing, and you probably should have known better.
Well, why do they keep going back?
Well, then I think it's once you're compromised, you're like, fuck it, I'm in for a penny, in for a pound,
Yeah, but if you were blackmailed by a guy, in this case Epstein, wouldn't you speak with your other friends and say, hey, be careful because that guy is blackmailing people?
No, that's
it
part
wouldn't
of
have lasted.
it's part of the blackmail is you're not allowed to speak up about it. And also,
yeah,
you don't know
everyone. I fucked a young girl and he's trying.
Right, exactly.
Well, not like
Exactly.
That. It's like
David's right. David's right.
Yeah,
No.
It's like this guy's not to be trusted, and then they just walk away.
No, you're misunderstanding. Part of the blackmail is they ask you for these small introductions, maybe, or like you do little things for them as part of the blackmail. You don't go out of your way and do these big things, but like you just, little things here and there that are asked of you, you do. That's part of the blackmail not being exposed. You're owned by another person. You're owned now as part of this blackmail operation.
So it's interesting, though. Look, I don't know you that well. Issa speaks very highly of you, and the last interaction I had with you, you seem like a very smart guy. So I definitely trust your opinion. I appreciate you sharing it with me. But you are one of the first people I've heard say definitively that you don't think Biden is on the Epstein list. So, Mr. Stacks,
who is saying that Biden is on the Epstein list?
Well, but this is my question. If you don't think Biden was on the Epstein list, then why wasn't
also, I think it's weird. It's like, is it just a
Well, I think it's too damaging to too many high-level Democrats.
So Biden's not on the list, but other people like Chuck Schumer, perhaps, or some other asshole.
I don't know what time it is. How is it gonna fucking work?
Right. Number one,
Biden, Clinton, like that's just straightforward. Yeah. But like there could be worse evidence.
Yeah. So number one, I think Biden has dementia, serious dementia. Okay. I also think Biden is a puppet of the Democratic Party. I mean, he was put in there by the Democrats. He's a deep part of the machine. And I don't think he's that interested in exposing the machinery.
And then he's like, there's a little girl, their hair smells so good.
Right, he does sniff a lot of little girls.
Blackmail they have on Biden is that he's retarded.
Well, they don't have much on Biden, I don't think, other than being a little creepy.
He literally spent his whole life doing whoever it was in charge is telling him to do.
Right. Biden is a deep.
He's allowed to be power.
Deep puppet of the establishment. Biden.
I've never heard about Biden. Where did you get this from?
Biden is creepy.
Were you asking me, Isa?
Yes, you, Zach.
Well, nobody ever told me that Biden was on the list, but I just am trying to use logic, like who is on the list, who is keeping the list suppressed. Hoddle is saying a lot of people are on the list, a lot of powerful Democrats. It doesn't matter if Biden is on the list because enough powerful people are on the list to keep it suppressed. I guess I'm just thinking, basically, if Netanyahu's on the list and Trump is on the list and Clinton's on the list and if Obama was on the list and Bill Gates was on the list and Bezos is on the list, who the fuck is not on the list? And if every powerful person in the world is on the list, then what do we think we're going to do to topple this list? How are we not all getting whacked? How am I not getting whacked right now for even talking about it?
Well,
I think you're so wrong. There's zero chance Trump is on the list, like in any important way.
Well, something is going on with the list in Trump that is weird, and I can't, I'm willing to say
he's getting info that they told him he was on the list.
I'm willing, yeah, I mean, I'm willing to say he might be on the list at this point because it's very odd the way he's behaving.
I'm willing to say he might be on the list, but I'm not willing to say he's definitely on the list. And I think it's interesting that you say definitely.
What's going on with Trump? It's very that I put money on is that he spent a lot of time talking about this list that they were going to release, and then he found out that there was no list, quote unquote list.
I mean, listen. Here's the thing. Let me say it like this: the Epstein thing is it's becoming such a can of worms, and you can see how the sausage gets made on these conspiracies. Here's my take on the Epstein list. I think that the list is is just a term we're using for evidence of elites engaging in pedophilia. That's the term we're using. We're using the list, but what we really mean is evidence.
Yeah, good distinction.
Okay, and so there is evidence. It does exist, but I'm not sure it's
It might
in
not
the
be in
hands
the
of the.
form of a list.
I also don't think the FBI has access to it.
So that's my point. Because if you look at what they've been doing with Ghislaine this week, he handed over apparently a list of 200 people that have been involved. Like they're literally trying to manufacture the list.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then it's gonna be like case closed. Here's the list. We've provided it, but we're never gonna get evidence of built-in fucking child.
She makes the list, leaves Trump out, he pardons her.
That's pretty much how it goes. You're right.
Well, also there already is a Ghislaine list, which is there is a address book or whatever with certain names circled and stuff like that. And so she just writes.
She knows who's coming and going.
Of those names that already have, a lot of them have been redacted from other things that have been released, etc. But there's a list that she can just say these are the ones that are actually the criminals.
Yeah, that was a flight log.
There's a flight log also, yeah.
They're gonna say what's gonna happen is Ghislaine's gonna get a pardon. She's not gonna mention Trump, and they're gonna sacrifice some lesser people on the list.
I don't think Trump is on it. I don't think that it's even interesting to think he is.
Did you see when Epstein is in the room and they're interrogating him?
Well, do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think, Jenset, that there's a possibility, based on Trump's statements about this being a manufactured hoax, blah blah blah, that the Dems booby trapped the list or whatever they had, and they put Trump's name in there a bunch of times, knowing he wouldn't release it?
No, I think what happened is the Democrats weaponized government. They used the incredibly salacious nature of the accusations to get people to be put into prison by basically getting judges to allow them to run an operation where they got to present evidence that wasn't evidence against people like Ghislaine, and that is how they got where they got.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's what we watched them do it to Trump for 4 years. All you have to do is get a corrupt judge in New York, and you can run whatever kind of trial you want.
Okay, so can I be honest? I'll try to be brief. Are you familiar with the Anunnaki? The concept of the Anunnaki?
We are.
Okay, but for me, I feel just let me see here. I'm gonna be brief.
Right.
I feel like saying they're all pedophiles is similar to saying they're all Anunnaki lizard people. And I guess I feel like it would be more logical to conclude they're all just self-centered, manipulative, money-hungry douchebags. They're just human nature.
No, listen, I'm not saying I see what you're saying, and I'm not saying that they're all pedophiles. What I said, my claim was, they need blackmail on you before you ascend to a high rung of power. And I think it's the same way. You don't really become a cardinal in the Vatican until they know that you're gay.